far? It's nice to see you again on this lovely, lovely morning, and I hope that wherever you are, you're enjoying your day so far. Can we sing good morning to each other and hello together? Let's do it! Hello everybody, yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed. Hello everybody, yes indeed, it's nice to see you. Good morning everybody, yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed. Good morning everybody, yes indeed, it's nice to see you. So nice to see you. Good morning. It is nice to see you today, and I hope you're having a good morning. Now, I think we should start our day today with some stretches. What do you think? Is that a good way to start the day? When you wake up in the morning, you feel sleepy, and you need to wake up a little more and do some stretches? I think that's a good way to start the day. So let's see if we can do it together. The first thing that we're going to do is one that we know. Put your 2 feet together and flap those butterfly wings gently and sing, butterfly, butterfly, see how we fly, see how we fly. We flap our wings and fly away to places near and far to play. Butterfly, butterfly, and land on a flower. What color is your flower that you landed on today? My flower is blue. Very nice, butterflies. Can you put your 2 feet out, your 2 legs out like this? And we're going to paint our rainbow. What's the first color of the rainbow? I know it starts with R. Red. Can we stretch over here and sing red? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, indigo, and violet. Good job stretching. Now I have one more stretch for you to do today. And you have to be as small as you can and then try to be as big as you can. I'm going to stay on my knees since I don't want to be out of frame here on our broadcast. So can you make yourself into a tiny, tiny little ball? In fact, since today we're talking about flowers, maybe you could make yourself into a tiny little seed. How tiny can you be? And then can you grow your seed a little bit at a time and reach your petals out and stretch them tall and catch some sunshine on your petals and stretch those arms, petals, side to side as big as you can. Stretch your petals, flowers. And then come back down into a tiny seed. Good job, flowers. Did you do it? What color were your petals? You can let me know in the comments too if you want to type in and tell me what color flowers you landed on and what color your flower petals were so far today. Let me grab my computer. Whoop, so that we can see who's online with us today. Good morning. Oh, I see Trey and Nate have a red flower. Oh, you said red is the first color of the rainbow, I bet. Good job. Oh, do you know know what day it is? What day it is? What day it is? Do you know what day it is? What day of the week? Do you know what day of the week it is? Well, as usual, I seem to be unable to remember. So, why don't we see if we can figure it out together? Oh, I know. I have a clue. This week I've been using my calendar. Can you say calendar? And on my calendar, I know what day of the week it is because I put a shape on every day that has already passed. So, oh, good morning, Miller. Good morning, Carolyn. So let's see. We've already got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All of those have shapes. Okay, so we're up to Wednesday. Well, let's sing with our words and figure out what's after Wednesday. And then we'll know what day today is. Are you ready to sing with me? Warm up your voices. Okay, warm up my low notes too. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There are 7 days. There are 7 days. There are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. We said today is the day after Wednesday because we figured out with our shapes where we were on the calendar. So let's sing it again and figure out what is the day after Wednesday. That is today. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Did you get it? Thursday. Oh, good job. Good morning, Florence. Good morning, Amy. And our friends Trinity and Andrew said Thursday. Today is Thursday. So let's draw a shape on Thursday. Maybe I'll draw a diamond. So I know that today is Thursday. And there's a little number there. What number is that? Where my diamond is. Can you see that? The number 2. So that tells us today is Thursday, the 2nd of April. That's our month, the month of April. This is the month of April. Good job, date hunters. You helped me figure out what day of the week it was. Thank you for your help. Now it's time to figure out what's the weather, what's the weather, what's the weather today? Is it sunny, is it rainy, is it cloudy, is it gray? What's the weather today where you are? You can tell me in the comments. The weather here today where I am in Austin, Texas is... No, it's not sunny today. Well, we haven't had any lightning yet. I hope we don't. But we had something else that sometimes comes with lightning. And that is not wind. It's not been too windy. Rainy. Can you say rainy? Today in Austin, Texas, it's been rainy. And I checked the forecast. And it looks like it'll be a rainy day all day. Luckily, I have some cool art projects to work on today. It looks like, oh my goodness, in Killington, Vermont, we have some friends tuning in from Vermont. It is snowing today because that's way up north and it can get very snowy even in April. And in Ohio, it's sunny. So we've got some snow in Killington, and we've got some sun in Ohio, Wow, all kinds of weather around today. Thank you for your help, weathercasters. We'll put these right here. Okay. The letter of the day is L. The letter of the day is L. The letter of the day is L. It's really, really swell. The letter of the day is L. L for I love you. That's our letter of the day today. The letter L. Now, we're talking about flowers this week. And flowers is a word that has the letter L inside the word. So I'm going to write the word flowers and see if you can point with your finger or just look with your eyeballs and find that letter L inside the word flowers. I've got a big letter L here at the top of the page in case you want to try to match it to the letter L that you're looking for in the word flowers. Do you see the letter L inside the word flowers? I think I found it. This looks a lot like that. So I'm going to say that's my letter L. Flowers. La 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 la. La starts with L. When I sing la 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 la, which starts with L. And we said love. Love starts with L. Do you know any words that start with L? Wait a second. Good morning, Lily and Layla. Your names start with L. Let's put them on the paper. L-A-Y, L-A. And Lily, L-I-L-L-Y. You helped solve my problem just in time of words that start with L. What about you, friends? Can you help me think of two more? I think we have space for two more on this paper. What words start with L? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. Love, love, Lily and Layla. And what about light? Like up in the sky on a sunny day, you can see lots of light from the sky. Light. And we need one more. Oh, Carolyn, you got love. Yeah, we got love on there. That's a great one, love. Oh, I thought of one. Are you ready? Lay. Like sometimes grown-ups get tired and we need to lay down. Ah! Oh, sorry, I fell asleep. Lay down. Lay starts with L. Good job, word hunters. Great job finding words that start with L. We'll put those, oh, and laugh. I saw that one come through. Laugh, we'll add that one. Very good. Nice work, everybody. Thank you for your help. Okay, we have a few special songs for you today about flowers. So if you have any musical instruments you might want to use, like I got my egg shakers. Remember we made these in week 1? Got some egg shakers here to sing about my flowers. In order to plant a flower garden, we need a few things. So first we're going to sing, the farmer plants the seeds, the farmer plants the seeds. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the farmer plants the seeds. Plant those seeds in the ground. Can you plant them and cover them with dirt? Okay, the seeds are planted. Now we need the sun begins to shine. The sun begins to shine. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the sun begins to shine. Let me see your sunshine arms. Shine on your seeds you planted down there in the ground. Good job. The next ingredient we need to grow some flowers is the rain begins to fall. The rain begins to fall. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the rain begins to fall. Can you take your hands and show me the rain falling? That waters our plants so that then the plants begin to grow. The plants begin to grow. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the plants begin to grow. Grow your plants and all your petals, stretch them way out. And then finally, when they've grown, the flowers smile at us. The flowers smile at us. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the flowers smile at us. Those smell beautiful. Good job putting all the ingredients together to help our garden grow. Now we have one more flower song. This is about how a flower grows too. First can you curl up? Make yourself so tiny. Oh, curl up like a tiny seed, a tiny seed, a tiny seed. Curl up like a tiny seed, a tiny, tiny seed. Can you curl up like a tiny seed? And then we sing, warm sun is what you need, what you need, what you need. Warm sun is what you need, is what you need. Reach out for some warm sunflowers. Now you can start growing, start growing, start growing. Now you can start growing, it's what you need to do. Stretch up tall arms, open wide, open wide, open wide. Stretch up tall arms, open wide, arms open wide. Drink the rain and start to rise, start to rise, start to rise. Drink the rain and start to rise. Start to rise. Now what? We've planted our seeds. We've gotten some water. We've gotten some sunshine. So now a flower showing, showing, showing. Now a flower showing, a flower showing tall. Good job, flowers. Look how you bloomed and grew. Good job stretching along. When we look at a flower, there are a lot of parts, aren't there? And did you know that there are a lot of different flowers in the world? Lots of different kinds of flowers out there. In fact, I have a lot of different kinds right here. Take a look. How many different flowers do you count? I count 1, 2, oh, these are very fuzzy and funny, 3, 4, that's all the kinds in that bouquet. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different types of flowers are just right here in these 2 bouquets. That's really cool. Flowers can be very beautiful and very colorful. And as we learned, they need a couple things to grow. What do they need to grow? Flowers need soil, right, or dirt. You must plant them. Water and sunshine. And once they have those things, out, hopefully, they come. Every flower is a little bit different, but all flowers have some similar parts. So today, I wanted to teach you about the parts of a flower. So here we have some lovely pink flowers. And they have different parts to them. Like these parts up here, usually the colorful parts. Do you know what those might be called? It starts with a P. Pepperoni? No, it doesn't smell like pepperoni. Those are called the petals. Can you say petal? Petal. It's not like a bicycle pedal, it's a flower petal. Petal. Then we have our, what are these? Usually they're green, right? Down here. Our leaves and the bottom part that grows into the ground, or if you cut them and put them in a vase, snip. You snip the stem. Can you say stem? So we have our petals, which are usually the very colorful part. Our leaves, these green parts down here. And our stem. Good job, flower hunters. Now I wanted to see if we could put our own flower together. Now that we know the flower parts. We've got our parts of the flower right here. First, we have this part right down here, our stem. Can you say stem? The stem is what the flower grows in to the ground. So we'll put our stem right down here at the bottom. Stem. Then we need the center part of the flower, the part that holds all the petals. And in this case, since I happen to kind of be making a daisy today, that part is actually called the carpel. Not like the carpool where you all get in the car and you drive each other to school together and you take one big car. Not a carpool, the carpel. That part goes in the center and it has tiny seeds on it, or in it. Then we have something else green that goes here along the bottom. Can you shout it out? It's a leaf. A leaf. Oh, I know this might be backwards now. I turned it around. Leaf. Starts with, L. I'll have to add that to my list, which also starts with L. Later, which also starts with L. I'll add the leaf to my list later. So many great words that start with L. We put our leaves together and put them on our flower stem. And then the last thing we need to decorate our flower are our petals. Can you say petal? Good job. Our petals, well, they're my favorite part because they're the colorful part that go up here, all around, and make our flower so beautiful. And what's really cool about that is that these petals, because they're bright and shiny and so pretty, are what attract things like butterflies or bees, which are our pollinators. Those friends, like butterflies and bees, come and sit on the flower. They sit on these bright, beautiful petals, and their little tiny feet get all the pollen from the center on their tiny feet. And then, whoopsie-daisy, they go around and pollinate other flowers. So because we have these beautiful colors here, we are able to attract the bees and butterflies and other pollinators to come on over, sit on our flower, pick up the pollen on their little toes, and go all over and pollinate and spread those flower seeds to make more beautiful flowers. Well, we did it. We did a good job putting our flower together today. Now we're ready to do our flower art project together. This one I'm really excited about. So very often at Whippersnappers, we send you home with some projects, right, that you do at home by yourself. And then maybe you watch the time lapse of Miss Val doing it. But today, I wanted to see if we could do a project together in real time. And it's okay to just watch and then do it yourself later, because we learn a lot by watching. And I'll be sure when we repost this to put the list of materials so you can gather them. Luckily, there are a lot of materials you can find at home. So today we're going to make some homemade, what are these? Flowers, some homemade flowers. We have two types of flowers we can make. And the first one we're gonna do is the more complex of the two. You need some coffee filters for this one, right? Because they're a nice type of paper. You're gonna take your coffee filter and you're going to, grown-ups are gonna do this part, cut a tiny hole just in the center, just a tiny hole in the center of your coffee filter. That's for later. Then I've taken some water and I've put it into different jars. In these different jars, we can make colors. And grown-ups, you can use, and friends, young friends, you can use watercolors for this. They work great. But if you don't happen to have watercolors at home right now, you could use some food coloring. Just be careful because we know food coloring can stain clothing. So make sure you're wearing your art smock before you begin if you decide to use food coloring like I'm going to do today. So you take a little bit of food coloring and drop it in your water. Look how that worked. Can you see that? How that all sunk into the water? And turn the water a different color. I had my clear water here. And with my food coloring, I made it orange. Now I'm gonna use, what color is this? Can you see what color this is? A blue. I'm gonna use some blue and put that in here into my other color bin. Swirl it around. And make some very blue water. How exciting. Then you want to get either an eyedropper, if you have any of those around you're not using, or paintbrushes. And you can use markers first too if you'd like. So maybe I'll put a little design with a marker on my flower here. I drew some shapes really quick on my coffee filter. And then take your paintbrush or your eyedropper and use it on your coffee filter. and see what happens. And for the record, this is better on white filters than on these brown natural ones that I have because your colors come out a little more vibrant. So it's kind of like a form of water painting. I get some of my blue on there, right on your filters. And if you put it over your marker, you can get your marker to run, but that's okay, right? Because you can blend all those colors together, like a beautiful watercolored flower. I'm gonna put some more pink on there, some more blue. And you can use as many colors or as few colors as you'd like. I do recommend using your markers first because trying to color on a wet coffee filter, ooh, it's pretty difficult and it can cause it to rip. So once you're all done with your water play and your markers, you have this nice soggy filter here. That's okay though. You're gonna take a pipe cleaner. You can use any color you want or choose a green for your stem. And this is where that little tiny hole that you cut comes in. Put that through the center of the hole in your coffee filter flower, right? Zoop. Ooh, so floppy. And you want to twist it around so it's like a little circly knobby here, so it stays in there. See, I made a little circle there. And then you're gonna bunch your flower up, crunch it up with your hands to make it into a colorful flower on a stem. And once you've crunched it up with your fingers here, you can take your stem and wrap it around a little bit, just to secure the base of that flower. Ta-da! All right, I've got one flower ready to go into my vase. Here we go. There's my coffee filter flower. And my second flower now, I'm going to use tissue paper. So you want to cut, again, make sure you ask a grown-up if you're allowed to use scissors. Cut a large square. And large is, of course, relative. Tiny hands don't need as large of a square as grown-up adult hands, of course. You can cut one, or you can even cut multiple squares and put them together. That's going to give you even more layers on our really cool tissue paper flower. So I'm going to do 3 layers here, I think. 1, 2, 3. And once I've got my 3 layers, once again, you can color on any of them however you'd like with your markers, however much or little you want to decorate them. I did a little starburst decoration on the top layer there. You can use water on these as well, although if you have colored tissue paper, the colors aren't going to show up as much as on a white coffee filter. Then you're going to take your scissors and make sure you cut that little hole in the center again so that you can get your stem. Ooh, I think this time I'll use a purple stem, a psychedelic flower. Take your stem, and maybe a grown-up can help you with this part if you need it. Put it through the center where you have that hole of your tissue paper. We're gonna make our little loop again. And I know I go fast. You can watch this video at home and watch it back and play it back, or just use what you saw to get inspired to make your own version of a flower. This is just inspiration with Miss Val. I love to see what you create at home, so if you do make some flowers, send me a picture, tag us. I love to see your artistic creativity. So once you've got your little loop here in the center, Then we're gonna flip it. Bunch it up with your fingers. Crunch it up with your fingers. But don't ball it up. It's not a ball. You're crunching around the base here. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Then you're gonna take your stem, your pipe cleaner stem, and wrap it around a few times to secure that. Twist it up, and ta-da! We've got a flower. So we've got two kinds of homemade flowers that we made here today. Our Whippersnappers art project, our giant orange tissue paper flower, and our nifty coffee filter flower. So I hope you can try some of these at home sometime, and if and when you do, tag me, send me a picture. I love to see your creations. Good job, artists. Can you pat yourself on the back for your wonderful artistic skills today? Well, it looks like we're just about out of time for today. I'm so excited to see you again tomorrow when we'll have another show talking all about springtime. And I'm excited to announce that we're going to take a short break from April 6th through 10th. We'll be showing some reruns, linking you to some reruns every day. And then we'll be back for season 2. So we're taking a little break to create more original material, original songs, new stuff to do with you at home here at Whippersnappers TV. But don't worry, I'll be around next week in the mornings on reruns with Whippersnappers TV. So you can still find us 10:30 a.m. right here and catch up on any shows you missed. But for now, it's see you later, alligators! It's been so much fun hanging out with you today. I hope you liked seeing an art project all the way through. I hope you try it at home. I hope you check out some flowers, learn about the stems and the leaves and all that